Thank you for joining me in a widow's grief share. This talk is about grief burnout. After the loss of your husband, you will experience signs of burnout for a time. These symptoms are a natural part of grieving. However, if these symptoms continue and you can see no end to your grief, you are suffering from grief burnout. If you continue to detach yourself from life, if you feel that you will never recover from your grief, and if you start to believe that you will never be happy again, you may need help to overcome your grief. After a trauma, it is normal for you to numb your feelings. Your body can deal with only so much stress at one time. You have to stifle much of your grief and sadness just to cope with all the stresses of everyday life. At first, you are simply trying to survive. In order to stop from feeling the pain, you may try to block your sorrow. However, when you block your bad feelings, you also end up blocking your other emotions at the same time. You may not feel your sorrow anymore, but you also don't feel joy. When you block all your feelings, there is no longer any passion for living. Nothing really matters anymore. After your husband's death, you may find that you have major meltdowns over minor issues. Things that would not have bothered you prior to his death now can put you over the edge. All the daily tasks you were able to deal with before now seem to drain all of your energy. Every little decision you have to make seems difficult. Your brain is not functioning as well as it did before. You are not thinking clearly. You are not able to accomplish as much in a day as you used to. You are not as productive as you were before. Every task seems stressful and requires energy you don't have. Nothing in your life seems to energize and motivate you. The danger is when these feelings of hopelessness persist, when nothing in your life brings you pleasure anymore. Nothing makes you happy. You don't laugh anymore. You wonder if you ever will laugh again. You believe that the best part of your life is over, and you can see no happiness in your future. As you continue to grieve, you also continue to feel depressed. When you continue to feel like you have no hope for your future, that is when chronic depression sets in. You have nothing to look forward to in life. You bring the sorrow from your past memories into your present everyday life, and you bring your sorrow into your future. To ease your pain, you may feel a need to self-medicate in unhealthy ways. Your self-medication may include things like work, losing yourself in busyness, or trying to fill your loneliness with relationships, or trying to fill your emptiness with food, eating for comfort, or try to soothe yourself and forget with wine. There are many ways in which you can try to ease the pain of your grief. Though these things may relieve your pain temporarily, they do not remove your pain permanently. You cannot bury your pain with medication. Your grief will still be there. After your husband's death, you may experience financial stress due to a decline in your finances and due to unexpected expenses. At this time, it is difficult for you to make wise financial decisions because your mind is not thinking clearly and your emotions take over. Sadly, there are people, even family members, who will take advantage of you at this time. You need help to make wise financial decisions. There are people who honestly want to help you and who have your best interests at heart. Find a person you can trust, someone who has knowledge in finances and who is able to give you good financial advice. During the first year after my husband's death, I found that I did not want to attend any happy celebrations, whether it was birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, or holidays. It was just too hard to be happy and to celebrate with everyone else. I did not want to spread my sorrow at occasions that should be happy. I did not want to pretend to be happy. I withdrew from most of the social activities that I had previously enjoyed going to with my husband. I needed to grieve. However, I did not isolate myself. Instead, I joined grieving support groups. Since I was not comfortable going alone to couple activities, I found myself mainly connecting with other women. I was creating a new normal that I felt comfortable with. Some people have found that the second year after their husband's death was more painful than the first. This was because the finality of the death becomes more evident by the second year. You realize that your loved one is never going to come back. You must live your entire future without him. In the first year, you are busy dealing with all the changes in your life. You are adjusting to all the changes in your everyday routines. During the first year, people are more aware of your loss and more involved in your life as they try to help you. But that wears off over time as they get busy with their own lives. I may have appeared strong to others on the outside, but I knew I was not. Outward appearances can be deceiving. I knew that on the inside I was weak and broken. I knew of my own pain, my breakdowns, not knowing how I could go on without my husband and not wanting to go on without him. A quote by Zoe Clark Coates explains it well. When you survive loss, everyone is quick to tell you how strong you are and how tough you must be. But actually, no one has a choice to survive grief, do they? It's not optional. You just have to cry in the shower, sob in your pillow, and pray you will make it. You do not want to remain in a state of depression. Do not accept that you will never recover from your loss. Do not accept that you will never be happy again. You must eventually start to imagine a different life for your future. You must believe that you will recover and that someday you will be happy again. There is hope for your future, and you will find joy in life again. To heal, you must allow yourself to feel and to grieve your loss. That is what we'll work through in the following sessions. How to heal emotionally, spiritually, socially, and physically. You do not want to just survive life. You want to thrive. You have experienced love, joy, and security in the past. That is why you are now feeling loneliness, sadness, and fear, because you know what it is like to be loved, to be happy, and to feel secure. You can experience love and joy and peace again. You desire to enjoy life again, and you will. Was there a time when you thought you would never be happy again? What caused you to believe that there was hope for your future, that you could again experience joy?